Yeah, I can hear myself, so that sounds good. Who's timing out there? I don't know. He didn't time. Yeah. Pukinen timed out. Anyway, good evening, people watching the stream, people who are watching the stream back on YouTube later. I started the recording. Stream is running. You're watching CityLiga season 22. Qualifying of round one. Sorry, I need to switch to English. And my pizza is almost ready. Yeah, a couple of things happening at the same time. Yeah, like I said, qualifying is going on. It's 15 minutes of qualify with XFG, XRG. I need have some food still and some beer. Talk to you of the speed. I'm going to be joined by Dominic, Dom, in a moment. I'll drag him into this commentary box. Yeah, we are going to do CityLiga Season 22. Pretty excited. Basically, well, nothing changed, still the same, everything. But that's okay. 1 second, then I'm with you. And getting Dom also into this commentary. Right.
User was moved to your channel.
Good evening, Dom.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good to be back.
Yeah, I think so too. I like to be back on this CityLiga events also. It's always nice to have a little bit of racing going on, official racing going on every other week, every other Monday. And sure it's going to be fun again. How many people are there on this grid?
Well, there are meant to be 31. I don't think it's quite 31, but we're at least in the mid-20s. So.
And now 20 people at least at the time. Let's see. While I'm watching the stream, maybe the stream is a little bit behind. Real life, 23 people, yeah. And Jay Catila has the pole at the moment, followed by Pete. Third place Winkler. Yeah, that.
Well, it's pretty close. Grid qualifying was very close. And that was the sum of 2 combos, so you'd expect it to be somewhat closer here. And there's still 9 minutes left in quali, and the top 10 is already covered by, well, pretty much half a second, less than half a second even. 0.42.
Well, yeah, that's the thing with GTIs. I think that's always sort of close. As far as I can remember.
Yeah, it's meant to be an easy start to the season, so I think everyone can drive a car with 12.5 horsepower and front-wheel drive, so shouldn't be the biggest challenge. And because of that, you have pretty close times.
Yeah, I'm looking who's on track right now, but it's
pretty much everyone.
I'm searching for Mikovic, for example. No, it's the pole. No,
I've seen him on track, and he's second, so he's done a lap. And Catila has laid down quite a marker with 140.91. Currently the only guy that's sub 41.
Found him. It was actually pretty easy. But yeah, I have a pizza in front of me, so I need to focus on the pizza as well. It's perfect timing as always. It's, always when CityLiga streaming is on, I have something with food or with drinks. Yeah, it's some kind of tradition almost.
And that's why I never eat when I have to race or admin. So I just never even eat on that evening.
You just skip the entire eating process.
I just sit here and watch.
Okay.
You would think it would be pretty easy because all I have to do is press tab now and then to look when people come out of pits. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting today. It's not even that long of a race, but it seems like pretty long race. Qualifying is very important. Overtaking is very difficult.
I saw that it was 44 laps. Is that correct?
Yes, 44 laps at roughly an hour and 15 minutes for the race.
I just wanted to calculate that. Yeah.
Next round it will be the longest race of the season, so yeah, it's not a bad way to start off the season with this.
Yeah,
Plus the
and
5-second pit stop might actually allow people to overtake if they get stuck.
you also have two drivers for live interviews again. It's Troy and Pete will be dragged in during the race as that is required. So well, let's give some interesting point of views live from the track as well. And that was.
And let's be honest, they're gonna take someone out and then explain their way out of it why it's totally not their fault.
No, last year it was quite good also. So I expect the same. And this is South City and GTI. What can happen? Not much. I
At the
think.
start. At the start can happen.
Stream announcement. Yeah, just let the camera do its thing, and people can see on the qualified table what's happening by themselves. So.
Yeah, you would hope that either Zombie improves. If he does, then we'll have the whole field within 1.5 seconds from first to 29th, which I would say is good enough.
Yep. Well, it can be a tactic to have a really slow qualified time, so you are in the back of the mayhem.
It's not a tactic here, because if there's mayhem, the track is blocked. And if the track is blocked, you're stationary, and that on a track where you really have a hard time overtaking in the first place. There's not a lot of drafting going on, there's not a lot of room. So you pretty much, either there has to be a proper difference in pace between the two drivers, or there has to be a mistake from the guy in front for an overtake to happen. The XRGs do have it a bit easier because they have an engine which is bigger than 1.3 liters.
Is there a restriction? I didn't.
Nope, it's the cars as they are in the game with no handicaps.
Yeah.
Tila still on pole with his 40.91. Botsy is second now. I think he won the Burnout Crew training race yesterday, if I don't totally blunder that up in my memory.
I don't know, I didn't track it.
But I only joined like on lap 30 or 44, so I didn't see the start or anything.
No, there was a test race yesterday on Burnout Crew.
Yes. Well, same race, same quality, same race, distance.
I saw a lot of more training also on TC Racing. Lots of people doing training for this. That's nice.
I guess if you're in these slow cars and you're kind of close right away, you get in the mood or get into the mood of trying to get another 10th and another 10th and another 10th, and you just end up with this sort of grid where you have very, very small gaps in between the cars. Yeah, Mikiewicz currently in the second best XRG. Troy is in second, so he's the best of the rear-wheel drive contingent. Mikiewicz, last season's champion, is in P4, so it's not a disaster, especially with the rear-wheel drive advantage off the line.
Yeah, what I know from Troy is that he always performs good with DJI, so that's not really a surprise for me.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
Not sure, but it's a surprise that Bocci is quite high in this ranking.
Well, he
Not
got a
that
few
I-
world records, if I'm not totally wrong.
Not that I underestimate his capabilities, but last season I didn't saw him. Didn't he join at all in CityLiga? I have no
So
idea.
he wasn't there at all. Just like Burnout Crew wasn't there. They're back.
Uh-huh.
Arco's here. He's new, I think. There are quite a few drivers that have either not been in CityLiga before or not been in CityLiga for a long time. They're mainly in Grid 2, but some of them have made it into Grid 1.
Well, I've seen a lot of names I've seen before, but maybe that's also because of public racing. That it's quite easy to mix those two up. So, but yeah, basically all the names I've seen on the qualify list I've seen before. Maybe the last one not was that the purple car. Yeah, Carson also was a CityLiga last year, I think. Not what is his
Yeah, I
name?
think
That's
he
the
was
car.
there.
No, no, 29 out of 31 have set the time, so there are two people missing then.
Yeah, but I think they're not even on the server, if I'm not totally mistaken.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Well, you can always withdraw up until 24 hours after the race, so I guess that's what they'll do.
One minute to go, and I still have half a pizza.
But usually you should be able to get through at least a quarter of it by the time they get to turn 2, which is going to be the really interesting bit, because it's downhill and it's an hairpin, and everyone's going to be 14 and a half wide.
The problem is that I need to click on the cameras, but we will see what happens.
Hopefully good things.
But there will be a really short delay this time, I think, because you don't need to set up any grid anymore. Just
Well, we didn't need to set up the grid anyways, because we start the race from qualifying, so...
yeah, true.
But setting up the grid stuff is going to be quite useful for round 3, which is going to be the first sprint race.
What track is this?
This track is SO Town Reverse.
Yeah, but I mean round 3.
Oh, okay, so round 3 is Kyoto National Reverse with the GT2s.
Oh, it's a nice one.
Yes, it is.
So qualify ended. I think still somebody can finish.
There's still quite a few people on lap, yeah.
Finish, improve in time. Let me verify one more time if the recording is running.
Oh, and the second car number 141s, Patrick goes into 40s with a 140.99, so that'll give him second place in the XRG, so it's XFG, XRG, XRG, top
Nice.
3. Can't really complain about the balancing there. And I think this was it.
Yeah, the in-sim on the left for the people who are spectating this or watching this back on YouTube, the in-sim on the left is still a little bit buggy. I didn't spend any attention in updating that because I didn't spend any attention. So yeah, that will be improved for the next round when there probably is no bus going around on LFS with in-sim talk and change it and everything, and I can be on my own in silence on the car game, do updates on the in-sim. But in racing, it's a little bit better than in qualifying. In qualifying, it's too confusing. Anyway, qualifying ended now, so we have Jay Catilla on pole, Pinu
Yes.
second, Troy in third, and yeah, people can see it by themselves.
Yeah,
Because
Winkler,
the
Botsi, Toff, Pete, Kovacs, Flame, Mikiewicz, Arco, Nick, Bandy, Shippy, Savvy, Jan Ole, Sammy Littman from SR, Leibniz from Core, Morvai, Ronald, Matty, Sharko, Mikey, Kister, Shikari, Pikdi, Pulkinen, the older of the two Katilas, and Isa Sompi.
yeah, but the table is on the official LFS table is on the stream as well. That's different from TV director, which wasn't possible to do that, but because the TV director was in TV mode, and then the overlay was completely gone. I chooses not to do that, so. So what's this? Oh, nice 2-3 minute pause. Okay. People are asking questions at the last moment. I finished my pizza. I have a beer. Yeah, for me, we can start. I think I'm ready. Tom is doing the adminning at the same time, so. Somebody is missing on the grid. Or on the track.
You would think that standing in a garage would be quite easy.
Yeah. So this is a lag lap. As a tradition, lag lap is not an official start. It's just a test start.
Yeah, we have two rear-wheel drive cars ready to bully a front-wheel drive car, and we'll see to what extent that is going to happen. Well, sort of not at all. it smoothly through turn 1. Let's see what turn 2 has to offer. Lots of people switching lanes, like some sort of drunk lorry driver.
Yeah, I have an awesome top view, if I can say it myself. I've configured only 2 track cameras this time, but yeah, it's nice. And the insim is freaking out, but that's normal in the first sectors. Anyway. For me, test is okay. Hey, we have a timeout. Circuit timed out. No.
That's quite unfortunate for him.
You read Jones, you need to start from the back.
Indeed he has. Which is still better than not starting, let's be honest.
Yep, true. Season
First
22,
race.
round 1. About to start, no lights yet. Still no lights. Oh, there we go. We have red. No, we don't go yet, but we have red. There we have green. There we go. All away.
2,500 cars bogging down massively. Looks like they're all gonna make it just fine through turn 1 again. Like, I wouldn't expect any problems there. The problem is gonna come in the next corner where they're gonna try and slow down an anvil that's running at 200 miles an hour, or at least it's gonna feel like it if you're missing your braking point and you're about to completely shaft someone from behind.
It's looking good. It's looking good so far. Yeah. Perfect.
Yep, everyone made it through without pointing the wrong way, which is quite an achievement actually.
We're following Troy at the moment on the stream. Second place. Maybe you drop down a bit.
Everyone making it into that sort of infield section with the Monaco-esque swimming pool chicane. Brilliant part of the track. Also one of the ones where you can lose time doing very small mistakes and basically not gain a lot. Did a lot of contacts.
For the people who are not familiar with this InSim shizzle, there's some log in the bottom, the left bottom.
Prepare for it to be spammed.
Yeah, it already is spammed, but normally the camera reacts on it, but it's so much spam that I put the autocam off, so there's no camera switching.
Botty and Pete are side by side on start finish. Pete looks like he's gonna have a place.
The situation improves while we switch to Botsi, Pete, and Capel there behind.
Behind that, there's quite a train. Jeez.
Yeah, it's quite a train, yeah.
People seemingly not having read the rules.
Somebody's making a pit stop, that's against the rules,
Yeah,
or no, actually.
You cannot pit in the first lap, so...
A lot of people made
yeah,
a pit
4
stop.
people.
No, they get penalized,
They
or
will get a
what?
post-race penalty, yes. I'm not quite sure what the penalty is, because I'm forgetful. But I think it is a small time penalty of, I think, 20 seconds.
Okay.
Which will affect Morvai, Lippmann and Scharke and Jari Katila. Meanwhile, Yanni Katila is still leading out front and is totally not a Polo WRC car skin.
Yeah, he has quite a gap, as people can see on the stream as well on the minimap, because the minimap is also on stream. You can see that Jay Katila is profiting from what's happening behind his car.
Well, he'll probably also, everyone will be profiting from people getting 20 seconds penalties, so... I really hope that none of those guys is going on for the win, because that would that would moderately suck if they had it taken away after the race by a time penalty, which
Well, Zarka is pretty good.
they should have known about it. Yeah.
But Zarka also made a pit stop, yeah.
Sharka actually left the pits and made a pit stop. So, oh no, wait, sorry, that's still from the black log when he rejoined. Yeah, sometimes chat log is not that accurate.
But that can all be improved by Insim, but that's maybe later.
People are in the pits now. They're doing it right. They pitted end of lap 2, which is allowed. All they have to do now is, well, not cross the pit exit line, which is slightly glitched.
We're still following Botsy, Pete, and Kupinyu. Well, Pete and Botsy had a little touch.
That's a bit rough. Yeah, Pete clearly not happy, honking his horn.
Yep.
Birthday boy for being upset.
We will drag him in later when the situation stabilizes a bit. Some of the gaps are a little bit bigger.
Kali's also on the back of Troy. Troy makes a big, well, it's not a big mistake, but it's a mistake out of the last corner. I doubt the XFG really has enough grunt though on its own to really mount an attack on an XRG down the straight. He's really going all the way to the left, trying to not give him draft.
Yeah, it was this button, but this is the Troy inboard. Winkler inboard. This is the Winkler inboard.
And another pit stop from Ronald this time, so a lot of people getting their pit stops out of the way early. I guess the theory is that you don't want to get stuck behind other people. The problem is, if half the field is doing it, you're gonna get stuck behind someone regardless. Ronald's gonna come out behind last season's champion Mikiewicz.
But isn't the XRG supposed to be faster?
Not on a track that's full of corners.
Okay.
That's the thing. It's heavier and it's got narrower tires, so it's got more weight to shift and it's got less tire surface to shift it with.
So why did Troy choose the XRG above?
But they're
the
pretty much even. Oh, and there we have Cruiser bind number 1
yeah.
from Nick. Oh, fantastic. Time for a sneaky notepad. Catilla is leading, then there's a two-way fight between Troy and Winkler for P2. And then there's a bit of a, well, not really a trolley train behind Pat. In his totally not a Mitsubishi Starion.
Yeah, we're following Botsy now on the onboard while Pete is in the mirror of Botsy, and yeah, Kubinyu in front. Everything else goes quite smoothly. Maybe I need to switch on car contacts. Hey,
Oh,
we
and Nick's cruiser bind didn't work.
was it Nick with the cruiser bind?
Yes, it was. Oh, that's a shame. That's not a good way to start off the season.
You cannot reconnect.
No, it's too late to reconnect. We can rejoin the race if the leader hasn't started lap 3 yet. And the leaders already are in lap 5, so that'll be it, unfortunately. less or roughly the same. Botsy and Pete at it again.
Yeah, maybe it's better to switch to the beat or to general overview. They're side by side now.
Yes, they are towards the hairpin. Down a hill, it's a very hard braking zone because if you lock up the rears, it generally wants to go right when the corner goes left. It's not something you really want to do, but Botsy stays in front for now. Still has to go on the defensive line now, which you don't want to do in the upcoming section. You really want to open up the corners, straighten up the corners. Botsy with a nice tail end slide. Makes the car a bit wider than it usually would be and keeps in place again. Wonder if that was on purpose.
Pete has to wait until the straight, I think, to try to give it another try. Although the gap has increased a bit too much, maybe. To get a good draft. Maybe not. Basically, we just have to see. Yeah, in
There's
front.
also a nice train behind Mikey in 11th.
We'll focus on that in a moment. Just let's see what Pete is going to do here. It's too far away.
There were also a lot of people getting engine damage because quite a few of the corners here, people are very high in the rev range in the gear they're running. So if they downshift early, they're gonna over rev in the next gear. If you have engine damage here, you're obviously gonna be a sitting duck, depending on how badly you've decided to remap your engine.
Yeah, I have some experience with that as well, with engine damage.
If you add pebbles to the fuel and if you put, I don't know, dust in the oil, it's probably not going to help it.
Pete is coming closer to Botsy again. I was thinking to switch to a different camera, but we stay on for this a little bit longer. I can also see in front Ryan Winkler, I think, still.
Yes, but he's having a bit of a tougher time with the XRG top speed advantage, which isn't big, but it's still big enough to be an advantage, so.
Okay, Pete cannot manage to. Well, he can catch up, but he cannot go side by side again anymore with Botsy at this moment. But well, he touches the wall also, so he's losing a little bit of time. It's not on the log, but I could hear it on the on my ears.
Also have a battle for 19th between Mikiewicz and Arco, XFG versus XRG.
Mikiewicz.
And I think both of those have
Here.
pitted. At least Mikiewicz has, I think. Yes, he has.
Yes, I think so, because must be. Yeah, made a pit stop, yeah.
So yeah, both of them made a pit stop, so they're basically running in another class right now, until everyone else joins their class of the class that has people who pitted in them. Oh, Mikiewicz, very deep, very shallow entry to the corner, had to slow it up quite a lot. XFG is very good on corner exits out of all the first and second gear corners, which is basically all the corners except for like 3 of them. Behind them you have the exact opposite battle with Ronald in front of Leibniz. with XRG behind XFG, which should make it a bit easier, I guess.
Oh, Arco is really onto the bumper of Migovic, smashing into it.
Yeah, he was last lap as well. Not smashing into it, but he was pretty much there. But down the straight, he just hasn't got a chance in hell of making a pass on Marin.
It was recorded in the car crash log. It was at 7, and that touch a moment ago was
You
at
can
5.
see the dent in the back of Mikovic's car. It looks not exactly how it came out of the factory. Behind them, Shikari exits the pitch.
Was really well. He made it, but was really going sideways in that. How was that corner called? How did you call it? I don't know.
Hairpin.
That hairpin, yeah, but you gave it a name. But
Oh, I didn't give it that name. You mean the wormhole or whatever?
no, I will listen it back on the stream and then later. You mentioned the name, but
I don't even remember. It can't have been that important.
yeah, Arco is still holding on the back of Mikovic all the time. Mikovic
Yeah,
must
he's
have
really driving hard. I mean, I think he's almost overdriving in reality. He's also not doing a lot of good to his left front tire. It's a bit above optimum.
But the problem is that the back of the ass of the XRG is really big. It's quite difficult to.
It's funny how the cars look compared to each other when they are next to each other size-wise. The XFG is way smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think he's currently really overdriving his car, aggressively turning in, wiggling his wrist around in corners just to somehow carry more speed through them. Oh,
What do you
and
mean
Lipman
by-
times out. Oh no.
Yeah. Disappointing, yeah, but yeah, it's still internet. If your connection is not good enough, yeah.
You're gonna have a bad time. Winkler still very much with Troy. Gets a pretty nice exit right now out of the last corner.
Yeah,
The
I
exit
think
just inches away slightly.
this battle between Arco and Mikovic is going to last another 10 laps minimum. But on the other hand, this battle
Oh, Pete
between
Botzi, yes. Side by side again over the start finish line.
yeah, it's on the stream as you mentioned it, but is he going to do it? No, it's still not. I think still not enough.
He might do it. He's on the outside. He's on the inside for the next one. So, and he's passed. So, unless Botsy tries something and or Pete cocks up, that's gonna be
Comes
it.
really close.
Now he's through. Got a good gap.
Yeah.
Well, as good of a gap as he can have, having just made a pass.
Yeah, I use the top view camera, but that mixes up my mind myself. So not sure how the people on the stream experience it, but track cameras are not always that good too.
Well, they're also
know.
probably meant for the other direction. So,
The other direction.
well, the forwards direction, because that's the reverse.
No, this was custom configured.
Oh, okay.
I configured it myself, but yeah.
It's been a long time since the last season, jeez. I'm surprised I remembered how to log on to LFS.
I'm bringing up the speed later. But to bring the viewers up to speed, I was talking about Troy and Winkler. They're having a battle since the beginning of the race here.
Oh, Winkler
And
makes it to the inside.
yes, just wanted to say that. And I'm not holding my breath because they're really side by side now. But Troy has the inside this time, so nah, I don't think it's going to happen. But Winkler
Troy,
is
very
looking.
shallow entry, but manages to keep the door closed.
Let's view it from the onboard of Winkler.
This sort of section is where the XFG really excels, the sort of really tough traction zones. However, you can burn up your front tires in the car even with 115 horsepower. Oh, very good exit from Kali. Let's see if we can replicate it for the last corner. I like how Pat is just sitting behind that and thinking, oh yeah,
Yes.
nice. I'll wait when they, I don't know, hit a black hole or a piano drops on one of their cars.
I realized that too. Winkler has Troy in front of him in the XRG, and he's being followed by an XRG as well. So he basically can get sandwiches by XRGs. He's not careful, but yeah. Winkler is a pro concerning CityLiga. Same for Troy, could be by the way, but I think they know what they're doing. But can be you can come closer, it seems. Getting a little bit bigger in that.
Looks like he's gained a bit, yes.
Yes, he's gaining a lot now.
And now he's really there.
Yep, he's really big in that rear mirror.
It's a white car and an XRG, so it's hard to miss it in your mirror.
Ooh, Troy is having difficulties to control his car, and that can be of an advantage for Winkler, who's really welcoming you also catches up there. It's getting to get
Before
tricky.
3 wide. And a collision, the XFG should come off worse because that thing weighs roughly 3/3 of nothing.
When you seems to have lost some time there. Although the XRG shines on the straight, so can come closer again.
But it has a better engine. That's for sure. It's got a 1.8 engine versus a 1.3, so needs to rev lower to achieve the same power and has more torque. If it had front wheel drive, or if the engine wasn't the XFG would probably be a lot faster.
I tried to track what's going on rest of the field, but
There's a really interesting train behind Mikey. 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. No, it's 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. Matty is right on his bumper.
the thing
It's
is
all
that
XFGs.
if I switch my focus, then
Yes, exactly. Something's gonna happen, and I don't know.
So that's a difficult decision.
There's also even further back. There's a battle between Leibniz and Ronald. Yeah, hope. I'll try to have my eyes on most of that stuff.
Yeah, some battles are going on. I can see it on the minimap. Some arrows are quite close to each other.
Yeah, you have it's pack racing or group racing. Everyone's in their group, and then they fight, or at least they try to.
But this is battle for second place, so it's the most important one. You almost drifts into that corner. You can see it in the rear mirror.
Try very deep into that corner though. All of them look really deep into that corner. And the problem is with freeway fight is that two make a mistake and the third one's the lucky one. So I think Kubini probably won't be trying too hard just yet, especially since it's only lap 15 and 44, which seems awfully long, even though it isn't. It's only 75 minutes. With the 5-second mandatory pit stop, which
I think
some people have completed.
I think Winkler gets a little bit tired of this way up thing on the skin of Troy, seeing that all the time.
Yeah.
And then say, okay,
dents,
this is enough. I'm now going for it. Look how close he is now. But yeah. I think there's like 2 centimeters of space, two fingers of space. Yeah, there we go. Making a move there. Side by side, and he has the inside on this corner, so nope.
Yeah, but Troy's left him room again, and if you're on the outside, you have to turn the corner more.
Now it's getting really close because
He's not gonna kill that overlap.
No, there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's gonna be a collision.
Come on!
Both of them hit the inside wall, and the right-hander when they start to go downhill for the hairpin. And I guess one of them hit it harder than the other guy.
Cabinho going for a move now.
Yes.
On Winkler.
Both of them lost time from that.
Well, all three, and that gives the opportunity to Pete to catch up. Pete and Botsi, by the way. Botsi has a little bit bigger gap.
We also have 2 TC battles in the top 10, once with Savvy and Martin Kapal, and the second one with Mikey and Matty, who have separated from that snake that was forming up behind, forming an orderly queue behind them.
Yeah, we do a very quick look while Mikey and Matthew are side by side to each other. We have a quick look further down the field. What's going on before we switch back to the fight for second place, third place. What's going on in front?
Whichever place it is this week.
Yeah.
New fastest lap from Arco on 41.28. Meanwhile, they go into the hairpin, sort of both way too far to the inside, but no contact, no harm done. Mikey sounding his horn.
Yep.
To express a something.
Situation in front still the same. Troy, Winkler and Kobe quite close to each other while the camera keeps focus on Mikey.
Mikiewicz and Arco is also getting very interesting. Arco's put a couple more dents into the back of that car, unless I'm mistaken.
Yeah, it's on the in the crash log, the car contact log. Yeah, it's just small touches, but they're there.
Ton and a half of XRG. Well, it's more like 1.3 tons, but still more substantial than any XRG will ever be. Not really defending anything there other than making it impossible for Arco to get in a draft.
We also have Kisner and Spencer here in 14th, 15th place, 14th place, battle for 14th place. Spencer can quite good catch up with Kisner. Not that I
A few
under.
bigger hits though, because his front right corner's gone, and his left rear wheel is pushed inwards, so he's got asymmetric
Kisner.
track on the rear, which I doubt is nice.
Talking about Kisner in this case.
I'm talking about Pick D Spencer in this case. Slightly deranged car. Kistner's car is actually pretty solid, but then it's an XRG, so.
But Spencer has no damage.
Well, no, suspension damage, but you can see that his left rear wheel is clearly pushed inwards into the car.
Oh yeah, but isn't that only optical then? I don't know.
No, it's not optical. It doesn't feel very good. But it's not bad, but it just doesn't help. And nothing that doesn't help should be on the car.
Anyway, that's going on there.
Oh, Arko Mikiewicz. Side by side onto one. Mikiewicz stays ahead for now. Arko goes into the inside. Will be the outside for the hairpin though. And doesn't have the grunt to stay alongside either. So this is where the XRG party piece comes in, which is, yeah, talk, and hits it again and again. Yeah, well, he botched up the right rear corner of his car, so he might as well do the left now.
Well, Mikovich needs to be calm all the time with all these slammings on the back. I would have been irritated after maybe 2-3 laps, thinking, okay, let's do a brake test or something. Just like thinking like, okay, piss off, go away.
Yeah, well, he could still keep ahead though, and as long as it's not a big contact, I guess it's not that big of a deal in these cars. But oh, there might be a dive bump here. Yes, there is, but it doesn't come off.
No.
Mikiewicz makes room for him, runs into the wall because of it.
Is he flashing his lights? Yeah, I think he's flashing his lights. Oh no, it's just
And more contact. I'm not sure why he's pushing him out of the corner, because all it does is make him come up to speed more quickly. or in a worst case, I don't know, launch him into the stratosphere if he's got some lag. Kissing in the pits. Serving his pit stop. It will, of course, it's of course driver dependent how you're gonna serve your 5-second pit stop. If you are below the 5-second minimum stationary time, you'll also get a time penalty after the race. So I guess the race results we'll see in LFS today will be somewhat provisional.
I just noticed. Let's see what's going on with Spencer and. They had a really high contact with each other, Spencer and Kisner. 65, that's really high. almost looks like a lag contact. The Spencer has also some damage in the front now, and Kisner went to the pits, so I don't expect he did any.
I think his
Repairs.
damage, he had damage before, so it's hard to tell whether he's got more now.
Okay. Just leave it with that then. It was a really high number.
What's that? Impact speed or?
It's yeah. It's now off the log, so I cannot. There is what was it? Side movement, front movement, and rear movement. I think something like that. But it's off the list. Oh, we have Kisner and Tough now having contact. Kisner and Tough.
It's he's in a bit of a infinity skill sandwich now. White and green, front and back.
Forward numbers mostly. Well, yeah. I need to figure that out a little bit more. What?
Meanwhile, since we haven't mentioned him for a good 20 minutes at least, is Katila still out leading? 10 seconds or so in front, or 7 seconds in front of Troy and Kali, who are still going at it. So it seems like the cars are very similar in pace, but it very much appears as if one car has a much easier time getting past the other one than the other car does.
Well, Pete is really catching up there on Cavigno in the back of Troy Winkler. To be exact, Pete and
Wood is on the
Cavigno
outside,
are
yes.
right next to each other while Botsi is following all that.
Yep, but the XRG again, superior straight line performance.
We're on board of Pete. We are on board with Pete at the moment, but he was side by side. The X50 cannot keep up on the straight.
Well, maybe he's mangled his engine already, it's hard to tell. We're gonna see that in the race stats afterwards, but for now at least he had no chance in hell of getting past. And almost careers into the back of him, or at least gives him a bump. Just about avoids it, but also completely avoids getting anywhere near the apex for that corner. So he'll probably have to deal with Botsi more than he has to deal with Kobini now.
Well, there's an instant who can provide engine damage information, but I don't like to use that because it's not really information which is easily, which normally is available. So yeah, I don't know. You don't need to know everything, I think. But yeah.
I think if you really have engine damage, you're probably gonna notice.
Yes. Hey,
Oh,
what,
and
how
Kobini turns off to the pits. It's tired of being stuck. That'll be interesting. If he gets some clean air, that could be very beneficial for him. Provided, of course, he serves his minute per pit stop time. Rejoins in P13, maybe 14, if Spencer gets around him. Wrestles the car for a pit exit. Careful not to cut the line, even the glitched one. He makes it out side by side with Spencer. And probably is gonna have to not force the issue, but can he hold it around the outside? Yes, he can, and up the hill he should have the power, so that'll be his place for now. And he's got 4 seconds to the car in front, so he can do some quick laps, which could turn out to be an advantage later on when the other guys pit. Don't
Yeah,
think
he
he'll
has
get
some,
Tila, but he'll
he
get
has some
the
clean
other
space now.
potentially.
Yeah. Let's switch to the front again for the 5th millionth time. That Winkler is side by side with Troy. I'm not really side by side. He's on to the back
And
of Troy
again
again.
on the outside, but this time has the ability to rejoin the racing line much sooner. Doesn't have to hang the whole car out wide into the corner and leave a car with room on the inside. Shallow line, defensive line into the hairpin. Almost, I think you almost put it into neutral at the exit. That's gonna have cost him time, and it looks like it definitely did cost him time.
Okay, well, this is going on for laps and laps and laps, so maybe it's safe to say do a little bit of the run to the complete field what's going on. We have Troy and Winkler here fighting for 2nd place, but this is going on for 24 laps already. Then we have Botsi and Pete quite close to each other. That's going on for 80s also. Behind Botsi we have Kovac. Then we have Savvy and Capel there in the 6th and 7th position. After Savvy and Capel, we have Matthew and Mike. They're yeah, all the time in the neighborhood of each other also. Behind Mikey, we have Jan Ole, who can catch up. Quite good with the pace of Mikey. And after Jan Ole, we have Burnley, who's driving pretty much on its own. Then we have Cobinyu, who made a stop just a moment ago with Spencer, and then we have Morvai, who's driving on its own also. Also did make a pit stop. You can see that on the InSim, it's in black. It says P1 in small numbers, but if you really look closely, you can notice that. Same for Arco, did his pit stop, and Mikovic behind Arco, and then we have Ronald in the 18th place.
Oh, that means Arco's gone through, because he was behind trying to get past the whole time.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
And then we have Ronald and Lebnix to the back of Ronald. They both did their pit stop, so this is for position also. 17th and 18th place. No, 18th and 19th place. And then we have Shippy not far behind that, and then really quite a big gap. And we have Zarka, who needed
then it's
to
a
join.
three-way fight.
Yeah, we have Zarka.
2 times Infinity versus 1 times Core.
We have Zarka in front of how to finish my sentences. We have Zarka in front of Toph and Kishner. Yeah. And now for some reason I lost my control. Oh yeah, that's back. Okay, we have Kishner here in 23, and then we have Carson to finish it off. J.A. Catilla, Isa Zombie, and last Pukin. So, yeah, that's it. That's the complete field. Yeah, we can move to the front again. Troy Winkler, but yeah, I'm not sure. We have these guys. We have Pete also on the stream. They can do a live interview, but I'm a little bit scared to do that. Especially with Troy. Troy has Winkler on the back all the time. Pete is maybe a little bit more safe. Need to think of that.
Yeah, I guess some people are regretting not driving the XRG. again not able to go side by side. Doesn't want to throw the anchor down the inside there.
Well, I'm thinking, yeah, regret it not driving XRG because of the big ass, or just
Just
lack
because you can't overtake. Well,
of
you
power.
pretty much can't.
But
Arco somehow did it, but we didn't see that. So
Is it easier with an XRG to overtake an
well, it's
XRG on
easier
this?
if with the fastest car, it's easier to overtake the slower car down the straight. So yeah.
Yeah, on the straight you have advantage.
Early again there, doesn't even bother to go down the inside. I think he's trying to set Troy up for turn 2, because that's a bit after that is where the XFG is good. Sector 1 is XRG here land. Shallow entry again, not exactly the fastest exit.
Winkler there, side by side with Troy again. But no.
Oh, Marty and Jan Ole pretty much exiting the pits bumper to bumper. Oh, and that wasn't smart.
What happened?
Jan Ole seems to have crossed the pit exit line.
I thought that was allowed.
No, it's not. Pit entry is allowed.
Oh.
To enforce pit entry, we have to have people going at 5 kilometers an hour around the last corner.
We have Winkler going into the pits. And who's behind Winkler? Nobody. Only my imagination.
Winkler in the pits also fed up with not being able to pass a car with a very large back end.
Yeah, and we have another one in the pits, Burndy. Winkler going out of that pit without any problem, I think, and he already got warned that he must not cross the pit exit lane. He doesn't do that.
Should pretty much be the warning for everyone else.
Yeah. For no reason, I switched to Troy now, who's finally, finally is relieved from the pressure of Winkler. So that's maybe a good moment just to ask how he's feeling about everything. I do that on the straight. Let's wait a second.
User was moved to your channel.
Good evening, Troy.
Hey Dave.
I'm joined by Dom, by the way, so don't get scared if you hear a second voice. But are you relieved from the pressure of Winkler after 28 laps?
Well, there was a lot of defensive driving, and I'm sure you saw it, but Kobinji overtook Winkler in the pits, so he's probably going to get me too, unless he's going to get some traffic. So yeah, maybe a bit too much defensive driving.
Are you thinking ahead about making your pit stop and how that ends up on the track? Lot of thinking going on during that driving. But yeah, you needed to defend a lot.
Yeah, it was basically one big defensive game today so far.
Yeah, Kali Winkler saw your the back of your skin quite a lot, and big letters this way up all the time. But yeah, but you think you cannot hold second position?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, but you think it's a good choice, XRG?
Well, as you could see, XRG is really tough to overtake, even if the other guy in the XFG is quite clearly quicker behind you, so...
Yeah, we were
With the
discussing
qualifying,
that,
it was the perfect choice, basically, but... Yeah, you never know with the qualifying. If you're lucky and end up somewhere in front, the XRG is a really good choice.
It's difficult to overtake, you say, but still you need to defend a lot, so it's not...
It's still easier to defend than when you have lowest top speed, though.
Yeah, certainly is.
And the
You could see it with
smaller
Cully,
car.
he tried basically everywhere and he just couldn't get past.
I on purpose wait for further questions until you make corners, but
That's really nice.
now I
Very
forgot my
considerate.
question. Yeah, why didn't you pit then earlier? You have so much pressure, all these laps, you have so much pressure on the back all the time. Why don't you just say, okay, I go to the pits a little bit earlier so I can drive on my own without being busy with defending all the time? Why didn't you do that?
The risk is big that you end up behind somebody that is considerably slower and you can't get past either. So let's say I would have pitted like 5 laps ago.
Yeah,
Quite sure I would have been stuck behind Spencer and he was doing like 42s I guess or something, and then I would have lost a lot of time behind him just because it's not easy to overtake here. And if you try
Okay.
to overtake, you easily lose not only a half a second but seconds a lap probably. So yeah, I think it's still the best thing to just go until the maximum distance and then see where you end up. Because like this, you at least can drive freely. And if the pace isn't enough, then, well, I can only blame it on myself. And if I get stuck behind somebody, then it's a lot tougher with the close racing going on here. Because in qualifying, you could see the grid up to like 25th or something was a second apart. So
Yeah, the whole field was
really.
only 1.5 seconds.
really, really close times.
I'm laughing a little bit because you're being followed by Pete.
Yeah, I could see him closing up behind Victor already. He has quite some pace.
The funny thing is that you're both here on TeamSpeak, so we can have a live matchup between you two, but I will not do that. But it's just funny to think of that, because he's really on his back now. Yeah, you probably need to defend a little bit more. He's even using his horn.
Yeah, he's just saying hello. It's a friendly reminder that I'm too slow for him.
So yeah, maybe it's best to leave you focus on the race and drag you in later when that's necessary.
Wish me luck.
Yeah, good luck, and we will see how your pit stop will end up.
Yeah, it could certainly get interesting.
Good luck, see ya.
Yep.
User was moved out of your channel.
Hopefully I did that good. With moving and stuff. It can be distracting, I think. What Peter Troy does during live commentary, I couldn't do that.
Okay, so I have just done some research that took me at least 12.5 seconds.
Yeah,
And
you were silent for a little bit, yeah.
the 4 guys who didn't do a pit stop, or who did their pit stop in the lap 1, if I'm not totally wrong, they should get a 15-second penalty. Anyone who's stopped for too short, so under 5 seconds, gonna get a 20-second penalty. So yeah, it's. I hope not too many people are affected by that, because
You need to stop at least 5 seconds.
Yes, exactly. I
Alright.
think in the XFG or something it's 16% to be 5 seconds. It's like 5.01 or something of refueling if you do it that way. In the XRG I wouldn't know.
Well, me neither. I thought it was in the it is in the chat in the not in the chat log in the log in the insim log. Let's say it like that. The insim log. Pit stop and pit duration is being mentioned there, but I didn't spend any attention on it, so I don't know.
Well, 4 people who pitted in lap 1 there, I think, unless I'm completely wrong, which I don't think I am, they're all in for a time penalty after the race. Now it's the TCR train in a pit lane. Meanwhile,
seconds
Mikey
for
has
Spencer.
rejoined, and he's got another train behind him.
I think they don't know about this rule, because 5:02 seconds. That's really.
I think they very much know about this rule. That's absolutely intentional.
Yeah, but how can you time 5:02 seconds of speed?
By refueling, by testing how long it takes to refuel, how much fuel you need to add to get 5 seconds, just over 5 seconds, which is what everyone has done. Or at least the TC guys have done. I know that for sure.
I will ask
Pete
Pete,
in the
or
pits?
we will ask Pete. We will ask Pete. We will ask Pete after he pitted.
We'll ask Pitts about his Pete stop.
He's using the last, maybe no, he doesn't overshoot it, but...
The car's small enough so it should fit inside the stall, really.
5:03, yeah, that's really...
Again, 16 or 70% refueled.
That's really sharp timing.
That's what practice is for, in preparation, so you get it right.
Blah blah blah.
Don't leave any time wasted. Comes out just behind Pat, so... and behind Winkler, so... it's pretty much where he was before. Except that Troy hasn't pitted yet, so... Troy and Botsy and Katila haven't pitted yet.
Yeah, figuring out where Troy is coming back on the track when he makes a pit stop, but I have basically no clue, so...
Well, it's gonna be tight, because the field's still very close. Top 10 is currently... well, the top 10 of those who have pitted is within 10 seconds. And as I said, that the leaders in the pits, Troy is gonna lead the race for at least this lap.
Katila's pit stop is 5.3 seconds, so he does it manually, I think.
He either that or he just refueled more than enough, but then this late in the race, I guess he probably just did it by trying to feel it out, and yeah, 0.3 of a second.
He lost one.
Too much in quotes.
Was already far ahead, so it doesn't matter anyway. But
no, not really. It's just a safe pit stop. Nothing you can really complain about there.
I need a new drink, so I'll be in the kitchen for just a second.
I think Troy and Botsy are the only 2 cars in the top 10 that have not pitted yet. Well, the 2 cars of the top group, really, I have to say. I'm not sure if Morvai has pitted.
Top 20, I think, before I walked into the kitchen, I saw that everybody was having a pit indication tag on the in-team. But
Troy and Botsy are gonna stick it out for another lap.
Morvai also pitted. Everybody pitted except Troy and Bocci. At least on the first part of the table consists of difficult question. Yeah, 20 people. Yeah.
Of some people.
Yeah, but yeah, it's logical, of course. I was thinking, why should I think of 20? But 20 is half of 40. So, yeah.
Oh, Troy, very defensive into the hairpin again. Not sure what he was defending there.
Who?
Troy. On his own, very defensive into the hairpin. Losing a bit of time, I think. Either that or hits his line, but if that is his line, that's very strange.
I didn't spend any attention to split time, so I don't know if his
Yeah, it was a slow
split.
Patrick just went 0.3 faster. And he's
Alright.
got no one in front of him as well. Has decided to tap the tire barriers. Which are obviously soft as a good cushion.
Let's see what this train is here. Maffy, Kapal, Mikey, and Ronald, and Lepnix, and even
Before that, in front of that, you also have Savi and Arco. Bumper to bumper. Or P9. Oh, and Savi makes a mistake. Ooh, Arco barely manages to avoid him and goes around him. That's the place lost. For now, at least.
He has cool rims though.
Yes, he has absolutely fabulous colors. It is such a delight to see. You know, it's. If more people do that, I think I'm gonna start to seriously put my screen on black and white, just so I don't have to see the terrible colors.
I pressed the wrong button. We got helicopter view now, but yeah, we're back on this awesome rims. Okay, that's that. And concentration a little bit, but it will get back just a second.
Oh, Mikey's in a lag cloud. Let's hope he doesn't get to the magic 31 second. No, makes it back.
Warping a lot.
But he's going the wrong way, even though he isn't. So yeah, and he's got that train behind him. Yeah, that's not so good.
Going the wrong way indeed. No, it's fixed.
Behind that, Ronald and Leibniz are fighting. Whoa! Bit of exchange of paint. Ronald almost losing it. Being pit maneuvered there in a way.
Yeah, but the autocam is on, but no trigger. Put the triggering on. But that doesn't trigger your screen, but yeah.
Yeah, we've got 2 groups just outside the top 10 in the midfield. Matti, Kapal, they're fighting, then it's Ronald, Leibniz. Behind that we have Shippy waiting and observing.
Yeah, sometimes both groups are on the same camera view. Kapal going to try the outside. not trying. Maybe he was trying. I don't know. But Capel still behind Matthew. Really close now.
Lightnings makes it, tries to go down the inside into the hairpin in his XRG, barely gets the thing slowed and more contact. Shippy might be the third guy lucky. Certainly side by side going up the hill. Go abrupt, guys. Gee.
That's really side by side.
More like side on side.
You had your finger in between, your finger would have been smashed.
Yeah, exactly. And Troy finally in lap 38.
Yeah, we need to see where he ends up.
See where he comes out. He's certainly going to be behind Patrick, as he rightfully said he would be. He watches the line, he does. But he stayed fourth, so... Just, oh, is Callie gonna get him?
Just in front, yeah. Just in front,
but he's still gonna get it stopped.
Yeah, but yeah, some extra. No. What? No. Winkler has the same situation as before.
It's
seeing that skin. Seeing that skin
exactly.
of...
He's gonna know which way is up again.
Yeah. And we have only 5 laps to go. The time, all of a sudden...
It's pretty much flown by since about lap 20.
Amazing.
Absolutely nuts. And I bet we've missed probably 97.5% of the battles.
Yep.
But then there's something going on everywhere in the field, even after an hour.
Cannot do much about that, but what we can do is drag Pete into this box, because there are not much laps to go anymore, and I don't think
he's got not much pressure from behind. So.
I don't think he can.
Unless he forgets where the corners go.
So
User was moved to your channel.
look who we have here. Hi Pete. Birthday boy, having a nice race?
Bit of a sweaty one.
Yeah.
Why? You've not done anything. Jeez.
Please.
Yeah, but well, you enjoying yourself? You were using your horn earlier to express your feelings to other racers. We've noticed.
Just the once, I think.
Yeah, when you got sandwiched into the wall slightly.
Yeah, my once.
Yeah, that was a bit.
Dive I wasn't expecting.
Two cars for one space with a wall in the way.
Yeah, I just wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, well exactly. I wasn't expecting it.
Not that early. But yeah, this has been awesome so far.
Yeah, I was silent for a little bit because Capel and Matthew are exchanging paint quite a lot. Capel's banging on the back of Matthew all the time in the race log. But Pete, I dragged you into here because I've one question which Dom noticed, and he thinks you and your team practice on it. It's the pit stop. The pit stop is like 5 seconds 02 or 5 seconds 03. That's crazy tune. So what's going on with that? You count
16%. Make sure you rev whilst you're in the pit stop, and the fuel you consume whilst you're revving will push the pit stop time over 5 seconds by 0.02 or 0.03%. There's also
But
another trick we're using.
But this is really just on the tiny seconds.
Everything counts. The other thing is if you park in the last pit bay, you can just floor it straight out without even worrying about speed. So just
At least with the gearing you're having.
yeah. I'm a big risk not being caught by Kovac.
There are 3 laps to go. What can happen?
It's Kovac.
Now.
I noticed as soon as you dragged Troy into here, he started catching me. So I think the same might be happening with
You noticed that I dragged in Troy into this TeamSpeak?
Yeah, I've got TS on my second screen, so I noticed when Troy was dragged in,
okay.
I was like, power, come on.
It's quite hard to pass, isn't it? I didn't imagine it would be quite that tough.
Yeah, as soon as Troy left the pits in front of Cali again, I just left.
Like a lot of people will be saying, oh, when they could have chosen both cars and then chose XFG.
The XRG has been, in the practice race it wasn't as bad because it didn't seem as bad anyway, but if an
Yeah, I guess the
XFG is
spread between the drivers was bigger.
Yeah. I guess.
And now if I was in the closeness of the field you have, you know, you're pretty much just sitting on top of one another, so it gets blown out of proportion a bit, but yeah, it's still a good race, but it's super tough to get past here. Always has been on this track
Which has
especially.
been the closest race in a long time. It's been so far, so. Hope I don't lose that last position. Dying laps.
There's only the rest of this one and 2 more to go. What could go wrong?
Everything.
Doubt there are many pianos falling onto the top of your car, Rennie. Not Top Gear.
Same mistakes.
But so does almost everyone. I've seen a lot of people make the same mistake quite a few times. I've even seen Troy trying
Yeah,
to
Winkler's
get to the hairpin.
Winkler's losing their time also.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Troy managed to get out so far in front of me and Cali because when I was catching him before.
He didn't expect to. He said he wasn't expecting to be
Yeah, I
beaten
don't know
out
how he
of
managed
this
to get
guy.
ahead. He must have done a hell of an inrun. Yeah, it's going to be close between me and Kovac at this rate. I think. I don't know. I'm not looking behind me. I'm looking in front at Cali, trying to go. Come here.
Ducking behind the wheel in the full
Yeah.
repertoire. You have to reduce drag.
Reduce drag on the straights.
Yes, exactly.
I've ruined the Alcantara on this bloody thing.
There's a reason racing drivers wear gloves. Oh, Matty and Kapal side by side for P13. Going up the hill from the hairpin. Ooh, Matty hard into the wall. Flame stays in front for now at least. Matty,
pitting.
you know, meanwhile rearranges his suspension using a sledgehammer.
Gonna be fun. P1. He's gonna get it. I think he's gonna get out just in front of me with that. Troy was slightly further down the road, but Troy made his stop.
But there were 4 people who pitted on lap 1, which I thought was very surprising.
Yeah, this is gonna be close.
I think you're gonna have it just. You have the overlap. Congratulations.
Battle with Kovac, come on.
Block.
Block it. Expletive. Right, come on. Block it like it's on.
Like Attila up front's already honking his horn like a berserk, like he's gone berserk. But then he has had no challenge this race, let's be honest.
Yeah, that's he's done. Wow. I don't know how he manages those lap times, to be honest. Full credit to him. God. What a race, guys.
I could almost go as far as saying that it's nearly awesome.
It was hashtag really awesome.
And there we have the first winner of season 22, Katila, Joni Katila.
Deserved.
Patrick in P2, Troy P3, Callie Winkler P4 as Troy
User was
demolishes
moved
his
to
car.
your channel.
Troy.
Pete in 5th, Botsy in 6th, 7th for Kovac, 8th for Morvai, 9th Arco, 10th Savvy, 11th is Mikiewicz, last season's champion, so he started off with a 1, but with a double 1. Mikey, then followed by Kapal and Matty, were very close. Ronald, Shippy, Leibniz, Toff, Jan Ole, Bandy, Sharka, Spencer, Kistner, Shikari, Yari Katila, Matthias Isazompi, and Pulkinen. And that's the whole field. Within 1 minute 4 seconds after 1 hour 15 minutes. That
That's a
is
really close
amazing.
field. Yeah. Mad. How many people
Top-
started, by the way?
29.
Oh,
So only
we
2
lost 2
DNFs
cars.
and they were both disconnections.
Here. Troy,
Yes.
why are you so silent?
Well, I had to get some breath again. It was blowing crazy the race.
You look like you had a hard time.
That is
Yeah,
as close
so-
to the races I've seen for a long
Defending
time.
all the time, and if you look at the times, I could have easily been like 10th or something. It's just mad, the pace of the whole field, crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
But you managed to keep in front of Winkler.
I was surprised. He
You must have had a hell of an in-lap.
No, he must have made a mistake. It didn't feel that quick, mine.
You must have been way more consistent on the laps after we both pitted, because
Yeah, I guess so, because
I-
I was almost sure you guys would get me. Almost
well,
sure.
so was I. I thought, well, with that pace, I should be in front. But again, I must have just made a few mistakes on the following 2 laps, and that was it. So good job on that.
I must say, Troy, no other good driver made me think, oh my god, he's gonna totally crash into the wall in the hairpin as often as you did.
Yeah, somehow I changed the set like 2 or 3 hours
It
ago.
struggled like you were. It looked like you were struggling to
I couldn't turn
slow
in.
it down.
Yeah, well, the slowing down part was okay, but I couldn't turn it. Usually,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
square
That's
it
the
off.
problem.
Yeah, you square it off basically.
You were always a car width too far to the left, and
Yep.
then that compromised you through the whole hairpin. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like at least a tenth or two slower in the first sector all the time than my usual pace. And yeah, because of that, really happy with third. Because I was clearly the slowest in that group, yeah. So yeah. But somehow I managed to pull it off with the trolley train, I guess.
Yeah, there were
So,
quite a few trains.
So it was a good season opening.
Yes. could have been a bit more action-packed, but then that's, you know, the spectating. When you're driving, you probably would think that this is one of the best races in the history of ever.
How can it be-
When you know this track and you know that overtaking is so ridiculously hard, and also
Yes.
following consistently is stupidly hard, then
And then the times
you
are
can
that close in the
you can
first place.
appreciate
It's
it, yeah.
crazy. It's crazy.
quali alone was.
I
bloody
think
good.
this. I think we need another hashtag just other than nearly awesome, because this is better
What
than
was
nearly
this then?
awesome, really.
Yeah, that was good.
But the next round is going to be, as far as I know, and I'm checking it now. Yeah, Fox.
Yep.
Yeah, well, it
Fox
won't
from
be hard to
Westfield.
pass at all.
Yeah, that's going to be my drop score. I know that already now.
Just talking about action-packed. I think Foxy is really action-packed. No?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
yeah.
not entirely sure because it could end
It's
up
gonna be
the
a
same
heated.
like
There's
this
gonna
one.
be heated debate during the race.
Because with the downforce and the dirty air and a lot of quick corners on the track.
Yeah, I think it's
just
gonna
so
depend on
tough to
who's on what
overtake.
tire when.
Yeah, that's the
Next
thing.
round.
with
The
the
That will
strategy
be
is
tires.
gonna- the
interesting
strategy is
with
gonna
the
be the
two
thing
tire
next-
compounds
Next,
and also
race.
the race fuel qualifying. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be another good round. This is a more than satisfactory season opener, I have to say.
I just wanted to ask that. Yeah, if people are satisfied.
Well, yeah, I am satisfied. There was actually a
I'm-
tied finish between Leibniz and
I'm
Shippy,
now very
just seeing.
surprised about the calendar of CityLiga. It says Monday 29th of February, but
The 29th is a Monday in 2 weeks.
oh yeah.
I should know
but,
because it's the day before my birthday, so.
No, it's it's the day before your birthday. Okay, lots
Yes.
of birthday happening. Now I switched back on the calendar, set it forward, and I was in February 2015 all of a sudden,
Oh.
and there was no 29th of February on my Windows calendar, so I
We
was
have our
very
own day
confused.
now.
And it's only my second beer.
Slow hand clapping.
Okay.
But yeah, so this is going to happen in 2 weeks. And
Yes, Western National Reverse and the Fox.
the Fox
It's a
is going to
90-minute
be
race, 60
I
laps.
think-
It's gonna be crazy, actually.
It's gonna be crazy indeed.
and this was already good, so
Yes.
so
Well, I think
Nice.
all the rounds are gonna be crazy. At least judging from this one.
hopefully we have to see. We have to see how it. Well, we had 2 timeouts of Liedman
Lippmann and Nick,
Nick.
yeah.
but
We spent
Hopefully
2
they
hours,
come back.
2 hours before the race trying to fix Nick's connection. Clearly that didn't work.
Maybe the cruiser bind was just too much for his bandwidth.
Oh yeah. Facepalm.
But he has no mobile connection line.
I don't know, but it would have been worse for sure. Yes.
Yeah, because I'm not sure about Liedman, but okay. I enjoyed watching it. Hopefully, people on the stream watching it and people who are watching this stream back. Dom enjoyed himself. He said, "Well, you two, Troy and Pete enjoyed themselves. It's all very good. Everybody enjoyed themselves."
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no
Ask
big
us that again-
crashes,
ask us that again
nothing.
after next round.
Was really good. Yep.
Ah.
Okay, well, maybe you guys want to have some after talk on CityLiga. I don't know, but I'm going to switch off the. I'm going to switch off the stream. And,
Happy birthday, Pete.
Thank you.
Sorry, I had to
and,
get it in.
I did a really short song for Pete, but that was during the race, and he couldn't be. He couldn't.
As soon as you started, I was like, please don't do the whole thing. Please don't do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Not now.
Yep. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Yeah, I'm going to stop the stream and after talk in CityLiga, TeamSpeak, whatever. Nice to have you all guys all here, and see you in 2 weeks.
Yep. Cheers, Dave. Cheers, Tom.
Okay. See you all on the stream also, and everything, and blah blah blah. Okay, bye.